Hey ladies and gentlemen, as you can see from the title, Detrans Awareness Day is kinda trending right now, which I was shocked.
When we were the most broken, lost, and confused, we pursued options that allowed us to unpack the root issues. And in that journey, many of us found versions of ourselves that were so wounded that we rejected it. And we found versions of ourselves that helped us heal the broken versions. Now, while I don't regret what I went through, I do wish I had listened to someone who had gone through this journey prior to making medical decisions. We aren't going to be talking points to validate or invalidate an argument. We challenge dogmatic thinking with integrity, accountability, and compassion.
I believe here we have a lady that actually removed her parts and now she's like, hey, I'm kinda happier right now. My name is Grace and I did transition. On the left, me shortly after a top surgery 2017. This was the darkest time in my life. And on the right, me recently, life goes on, life is better. As I say a lot of times, life is good. Sometimes you need to just wait it out.
A hard thing to talk about. I lost a lot of things to this, and I just hope that anyone else who's going through what I went through as a young girl will not be prescribed hormones and surgery because of other things. Um, you know, there are so many mental health disorders that make you hate your body. And the solution isn't to change your body, it's to fix your brain.
Because we all know 1 in 5 of people that are, I don't know, they're kind of confused about the dysphoria, they grow out of it. They were creating Reddit accounts, talking about this. Oh no, conservatives just grifting, whatever. I'm like, okay. They're making video. Oh, it's just a few people. Okay. Well, guess what? They're going to make an awareness day. You're going to have a bunch of people out there with no breast, no pee-pee.
They actually told my mom and dad that if I wasn't allowed to transition, then it was likely that I would kill myself, which wasn't true. I wasn't suicidal until I started the treatments.
How are you going to stop that now? You're going to be like, oh, the conservative did. We didn't cut the parts out because most of them, when they do the operation, nobody is there to support them. Nobody. We already got your money. You already acclaimed the force because you still have to take this medication because you already started.
For said dysphoria, medical transition didn't alleviate their dysphoria, or the negative outcomes of that medical transition outweighed any reduced dysphoria they did experience. People who have detransitioned believed we were trans. We lived a trans experience, and most of us had diagnosable gender dysphoria, but the standard treatment still didn't work for us. The fault in this case doesn't rest on the people who are suffering with gender dysphoria and were then led to believe that medical transition would cure them of that dysphoria. It lies with the fact that gender dysphoria is not a well understood condition, and yet the most invasive treatment possible is prescribed as a one-size-fits-all.
I can't live like this anymore, but I don't want my mom to suffer. I'm a 7-year-old girl with flat chest and a deep voice, a visible Adam's apple and some facial hair. There's no reason for me to continue to live. I destroyed my life and I feel like all hope I have is stupid for me to have. Wow. I don't think any person will ever want to date me. Before all these people were into me, but I destroyed that. Now, no one is gonna like me. There's nothing I can really do without getting reminded of my past and how much I miss it. I feel ashamed of what I did. I'm scared people will never let me do decisions on my own anymore. Yeah, that's a good point. Because you're a living example of a bad decision. That people are gonna be like, you were all in your feelings. I was just a kid and I would have needed someone to help me accept myself, but my therapist didn't question my transness. Why would they? They love their job. I can't stop thinking about the life I could have had. I also think other people will now believe that there's something better than me. I love my mom. She is an amazing mom. She stopped me at first time from transitioning, but the second time she was also brainwashed. And sadly, thought that when all these professionals say it's the right thing to let your kid transition, then it must be the right thing. She thinks it's all her fault, but it isn't. I wanna woo myself, but then she will feel even more. See, It's a constant suffering, man. It's constant suffering, man. How can I delete myself and let her know that I want her to be happy? I am 17. Why do I have to think about ending this life? It's too much for me to handle. There is no joy in my life anymore.
Have a right to speak. You shouldn't be silenced, and you shouldn't be too embarrassed to talk about it, and you deserve proper care. So on Detrans Awareness Day, we are asking people to share the hashtag, to share videos, to share posts or stories, to spread the experiences of detransitioners, and to join us in asking for better support, better medical care, more treatments to be offered to people who are suffering from gender dysphoria, so we can do everything in our power that we currently have to stop detransition from becoming commonplace.
Then the next critical step was struggling with my identity. I went to a gender specialist in San Francisco who promptly identified me with gender dysphoria or gender identity disorder and promptly told me that I needed hormones and surgery. That was the treatment that he was prescribing to help me end the cycle of distress I was having about my gender because of what happened to me as a young child.
I have shortened my life statistically based on the available information. Cardiovascular disease, stroke, heart disease, the cancer risk, the osteoporosis, autoimmunity issues, you name any one of those and I'm at a heightened risk for that. I don't know, and I'm not going to say that, but the younger you get, the worse it gets. Puberty gives your body a chance to develop your bones, your muscles, your whole body structure, your brain, everything. It's so imperative in being able to be a healthy adult, and we're robbing people from it, and they've got nowhere else to turn.
Like the kid was explaining, if you don't experience your puberty properly and you were depending on medicine, that's not good. It's just like any gym person that goes and takes creatine. You build creatine already in your body. It helps you, grung, grung, grung. But if you take too much synthetic creatine out there, your body stops producing it. So if people are putting all these stuff so you can identify in a specific way, maybe when you're on your 25, your body can't react. Your bone density isn't correct. There's a lot of things. And the things that you put in your body can even help you get cancer faster. And sometimes, as I talk about the puberty blockers, ask for the original name, learn the side effect, because you might be taking something that makes you look like a feminine, but you're taking a cancer drug. And then your liver is totally damaged. Amen. It's a sad world, and I've seen too many people go through dysphoria, but I cannot even fathom them cutting their body parts off.
Our daughter is 10 years old. She started letting us know that she was transgender really before she could even speak. She would do things like wear her sister's clothes, pretend that towels were her long hair, and when she was about 3 years old, she started to withdraw and become depressed. So we started doing some research. We talked to her pediatrician.
Detrans Awareness Day. On Reddit, you didn't believe me. On streets, you didn't believe me. On TV, you didn't believe me. What do you want them to do? A carnival so you believe them? But anyway, this is a serious topic. I just wanted to point this out, and hey, let me know what you guys think, and have a nice day. Peace.